Hi, Matthew. Here's the SEO specific video review of your website. So, looking at the first blush of the website from just a functionality standpoint and how well it's built, I do really like the features, except for this navigation menu does get kind of small. You want to be able to hit that with your fingers and this to be a lot larger. An example of that, like if you were to go to my website, butterwebdesign.com, collapse everything exactly the same fashion, pop that open, it's big. You can get your fingers in there and it's just a better UX, so user experience from that perspective. Let's close that, go back to your site. And yeah, everything else, I like it. It's a sharp website as far as mobile friendliness goes. It's built well. Everything stacks up nicely. There's nothing straying out to the sides. So you're good there. I think the main interest for you in this video is getting my thoughts on pumping up your service modules, so the training modules, and training modules, and getting these things selling a little better. To tell you the truth, jumping on here, I don't even know how I would buy this. Contact us today for a free consultation to sample training modules. So from like a conversion standpoint, I would want to see a big call to action here. From that, I mean like a button that you can click, something big and obvious. Okay, we'll go back to my site again for a sample of a call to action. So get free quote right here. You can't miss it. That's something for them to do. They click on that and then there's a form they can fill out. So that's a better way to capture an action from the visitor. So this contact us button should actually be as big and obvious as this video. So I would change it so that this video is embedded in an iframe. So you don't have to click it and go to another page to get to the video. This video is in the page. And then the big button is actually your contact us. So that starts to grab people and push them through that sales process a little earlier. And that should sell more modules just with the current build without changing too much. As far as SEO of this page, you need more content. We've got like a good number of keywords built into this stuff here, but why is it that these aren't links is my question. So building this all out, I should be able to click on this and for it to take me, let's go back. And for this to be able to take me further down the page or to another page where you get a lot more information specifically about each of these training programs and or the associated modules that you sell with them. So that's my major point. If you do nothing else, add more content with these as headers. So as far as the code itself is concerned, we'll jump in and inspect something like this is an H1 tag, I think. So if we inspect that, you're going to see right here, it says H1 with the class with subtitle, and then there's your training. So Google looks at this H1 and goes, what is this page all about? And in this case, it's about training. Great. How many more H1s are on this page? None. Well, we should have a lot more of them. We should have an H1 for performance development, an H1 for improving motivation engagement, an H1 tag for effective performance evaluations, leadership. All of them should have their own page or their own H1. In addition, when we go up here, this is awesome. We've got your URL and then training.php for this page. So in this situation, as far as training goes, Google is really happy to crawl this page and go, hey, there's an H1 tag with training and there's a URL with the word training in there. So training is well covered. Awesome. But we could get more specific. We could have a page called performance development. So it's your URL / performance development. And then on that, you've got your H1 with performance development and then a bunch of copy, maybe a video, and just starting to really develop all of that content and establish yourself as an expert in this area, which you obviously are, so it's not a problem there. And just developing and giving, I don't want to say giving away more of the content for free, but maybe giving a bit more of a demo for each one, just so you've got a lot more to this area than just what's here now, which is very minimal as far as what you could be putting into it. Your services as well will stand to bulk up like crazy. So you've covered the first three, which might be your main ones: performance, executive search, recruitment. So I'm seeing performance, executive search, on-demand HR. I guess that might be something else. So all of these are keywords that you could be ranking for if you had them in this. I don't think is an H1, but let's have a look. It's just strong. So that's not as exciting to from an SEO perspective. The strong tag, yeah, it's nice that it's emphasized, but if you could have that as a title tag, that's going to get picked up a lot better, and ideally have its own URL up here. So if you have these pages where you can further see what's happening under these areas, and having pictures with those tags associated with them, not necessarily all stock photos, pictures specifically of this stuff happening and these services happening. If you have that content, then you should be putting it up on the website. So again, more content, more development of these categories. And yeah, it's a lot of writing, but it will pay off as far as how well you rank in Google and where your search is being placed. So right now, if we do a Google search for, let's do this again. So human resources, Peterborough. These are your job posting types listings that are coming up. The Peterborough City obviously is going to come up. A big gain for you would be to get listed with these guys. I actually didn't check to see if you are listed. Yeah, this is Peterborough, allpeterborough.ca. But if you can get listed with government agencies, if there are any ways that you can provide yourself as a resource to a government site and then get that backlink, that is massive for search engine optimization, to have .orgs and government sites referring traffic to you. That starts to add credibility in Google's eyes. It's really powerful. In lieu of getting linked out to from these top government sources, you should be posting, I guess, in these other Wow Jobs, Illuda, and Indeed, to start bringing people to your site and showing that you have these services. So you're essentially listing yourself as a professional on those sites until you get on the first page yourself. Because right now I'm seeing you on the second page, and you're close. You're the fourth from the top on the second page. I think if you were to develop your content, you would be able to bump to the first page rather quickly. So, and the other big thing here, look at this. So Global Human Resource Center only has 1 star out of 1. So these guys really should be conscious of the fact that they've got a Yellow Pages listing up and their reviews are bad and they've only got 1 of them. That should be buried. Yours, I'm not seeing any Google Place listing for you. I don't know whether you've got a physical location. If you do, then that's great. You should have your address on here so that you're able to provide a physical place for people to come and essentially leave your reviews. And if not, then let's again just Google Butter web design just to show you an ideal end situation. So what I've done, I don't have a physical location, but that's fine because I've got a places page. So I've built out a Google Places listing. So this is, I think, through Google Plus, or they call it Places, I'm not sure. But every single one of my clients that have done reviews or that I've done work for, that you know, they're reasonably satisfied or very satisfied, I ask them for a review. I send them the link to this exact listing here, and I can copy this link and email this exact URL. It'll pop this window up. So if I copy that, close this window entirely, create a new tab, paste that link, it brings them right to this window, and then you can write your review from this box. I think you could even maybe paste this box to the URL as well. I'm not sure, but it gets you right there. It's really convenient. Gathering these reviews is huge. It helps with SEO in general, and you're also going to get more conversions on calls if people are just searching for human resources in Peterborough and then seeing, for example, if it's not human resources but web design, someone Googles web design and they see all these different companies, but mine's the only one with all these reviews, I'm going to get the call. It's just social proof is what they're calling that, I think. What else can we cover here? So content, getting your Google reviews going, And that module thing, let's go back to your training modules. I would start publishing more videos on YouTube about training and just yourself talking about training, and then linking to this page where you can sell these modules. If you're selling videos and these types of training packages, then having a gateway through YouTube in which you're just doing sort of an intro to each video, or giving away some really elegant solutions to these types of problems, and then saying, okay, for the complete course, come to this page, is a powerful stream of leads. So I would start developing a YouTube channel as well, because I'm not seeing that. And then obviously putting that content on Facebook, because I'm seeing big gaps between posts, and we're all guilty of this, myself included, April to November to March. If you're constantly updating your site, or constantly putting small, easy to create YouTube videos on your phone, you can just, each time you make a little snippet video of just something you're riffing on about human resources, or about hiring, or about, like 10 good interview questions, or whatever you want to put as content, that goes to your Facebook page as well as your YouTube channel, obviously, and then that can all push traffic to your website. And one more functionality point. When you click on this tag should actually have what's called a blank target. So if I'm going to inspect this element, where are we? Inspect element. Here's your link. Title. So this anchor link, if you were to put what's called a target tag, or a target, I don't know if it's a tag or what it is, but you type in target and then equals _ blank. That will open the link in a new window, as opposed to taking people away from your site. So the last thing you really want is for someone to be looking through your content and just kind of getting distracted and clicking on Facebook and checking that out, and it taking them off of your page. What's better is, again, back to my site, is to have that blank target. So my site is open, and then someone clicks on Facebook, popped up a new tab. They can easily close this tab and they're still on my site. So that's just, again, another user experience thing that we like to see. And I think that covers a lot of work to be done as far as just publishing content and working on those avenues and channels and opportunities for your SEO to improve. If there's any other help I can provide in this, I'm glad to. And again, thanks for those questions. Hey, look at me. I'm creating a video and already distracted clicking on my Facebook notifications. That's terrible. Yeah, so if there's anything else I can help with, please let me know. I'd be glad to give you further guidance on this process. I know it's daunting. You've got a lot of services you provide, but just chipping away and giving more definition to all of these, and doing those things about the tags, and maybe starting on videos would be massive for you. It would bring you to the first page of Google. I almost want to say I guarantee it, except that no one can make guarantees with SEO. All right, that's the video, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.